One of the biggest challenges we see with the integration of distributed energy is really the utility's ability to play in that. It's something that requires a lot of regulatory reform, market reform, and it's really challenging for utilities to have a voice and an opportunity to participate. They're being disrupted in a way, in a free market and free competition, and at the same time, they're not allowed to really participate in the conversation, and they're trying to advocate and drive a lot of change. So we see that as a big challenge, and then we also see a large portion of the market, particularly the small and medium business customers, who are looking to the utility for answers around that. They've always gone to the utility for questions around energy, and they're not really able to get those questions answered. They're getting pounded by different vendors with different value propositions, different technologies, and they're looking for a version of the truth and a centralized view. So there's a lot of confusion and very old frameworks that aren't letting these resources become integrated and become a part of the overall environment of the grid. We look at it on a couple fronts. We actually work with utilities on the advocacy and the regulatory front, is one of the things we do. And the side is not one of the more public things, but we're always working with utilities on rate structures, on programs and things like that. On the technology front, one of the things we strive to do is help utilities better engage their business customers. From the largest, which they do a very good job of with key account managers, down to the smallest mom and pop bakery, laundromat, dry cleaners, so that they're having a conversation about energy more than just when the bill comes with those customers, so that they can begin that dialogue, they can build that trust, and begin to break down barriers. We're also developing technology that's allowing utilities to integrate those resources into their stack in many ways. The history of our business is helping utilities shed load fundamentally through demand response. We have expertise in that. We have a lot of technology and a lot of knowledge. And what we're doing is working very hard to help utilities integrate those resources and control where they're allowed to have positive grid outcomes. After spending a lot of time with utilities and talking to utilities about what their needs are, we've expanded what we've been able to offer. We've acquired some technologies we built out around our technologies that were really built around that grid outcome of demand response to now really engage their business customers, drive savings, drive cross-sells and upsells of programs, and really give them a broader tool set to maximize that business customer segment. They do a great job with their large commercial industrial customers. They're doing a good job with their residential customers, the voters. There's this huge chunk of customers in the middle, in particular, the small to medium enterprises that are expensive to serve, tough to please, and energy is expensive to them, but it's not the main thing they do. They don't have energy managers. So there's a big challenge for utilities, and we've expanded to really cover that entire business segment, from the largest industrial down to the local bakery or dry cleaner. It's hard to look 5 years out, let alone 1 to 2 decades out. Obviously, I think one of the things we hope we're doing is positively changing the way the world uses energy. It's something we talk consistently about. It's part of our culture in EnerNOC. It's something that's important in our thought process. I think ideally, we're in a position to help utilities, hopefully sooner than that, drive positive outcomes with respect to the grid, lower overall costs to the consumers, be they business consumers, residential consumers, of the infrastructure for grid, by integrating those resources, by letting them more effectively use them to manage costs, manage congestion, and essentially have a more positive experience for their customers by leveraging our technology and really integrating for in the end, the best possible outcome for everyone.